The regret. Lena adjusted her dress for the 10th time, her reflection in the cafe window frowning back at her. Why do I even do this to myself, she muttered. Another blind date arranged by her overly hopeful best friend. Her last 3 dates had been disasters. One man talked only about his gym routine, another forgot her name halfway through dinner, and the third had brought his mother. So when she saw him walk in, tall, broad-shouldered, dressed neatly but not too formal, she almost allowed herself to hope. Until he sat down and said quietly, "I'm sorry, but I wasn't supposed to come. My friend signed me up for this." Lena's smile froze. Oh. Great start. The silence between them stretched, awkward and heavy. She stirred her coffee just to have something to do. "Look," he said, rubbing the back of his neck, "I didn't mean to sound rude. I just don't do this kind of thing anymore." Blind dates? He shook his head. Dates, at all. Something about his tone made her heart pinch. But pride spoke first. "Well, don't worry. You're not missing much." She stood up, ready to leave. That's when the cafe door opened again, and everything changed. The little girl. Daddy. Both turned toward the sound. A little girl, maybe 6 or 7, ran across the cafe and jumped into his lap. Her curls bounced, her pink backpack almost slipping off. He caught her with a smile that transformed his whole face, soft, warm, alive. "Mia. What are you doing here?" "Grandma dropped me off. She said you forgot my lunchbox again." He laughed sheepishly, then looked at Lena. "This is Mia, my daughter." Lena's heart melted a little. "Hi, Mia. You're adorable." The girl blinked at her, studying her face for a moment. Then, unexpectedly, she gasped. "You're the one from Daddy's story." The cafe went silent around them. Lena blinked. "From, what story?" Mia grinned proudly. "The story Daddy tells me at night. About the lady he met in the rain, who gave him her umbrella and smiled like sunshine." Lena froze. She had done that once, 2 years ago. In the rain. She'd given her umbrella to a stranger outside a hospital because he looked so lost. And now that she looked closer, his eyes. They were the same. The memory. His breath caught. "You were that woman." She nodded slowly. "Outside Mercy Hospital. You were holding a child's toy in your hand." He looked down at Mia, then back up. That toy was hers. Her mother, my wife, had just passed away. I didn't know how to go home that night. You stopped. You said, "It's still raining, but someday the sun will remember you." Lena felt tears prick her eyes. "I didn't think you'd remember that." He smiled softly. "I never forgot. I just never thought I'd find you again." Mia looked between them, utterly pleased. Daddy said when he met the lady again, he'd know the rain had stopped. And suddenly, Lena didn't regret the blind date anymore. The second chance. The coffee went cold between them, but they didn't notice. They talked, about the hospital, about life since then, about how both had tried and failed to move on. Mia sat quietly drawing, occasionally peeking up with a mischievous smile. When it was time to go, Lena stood hesitantly. "Well, it was nice meeting you again, Ethan." "Wait." He reached into his pocket and pulled out something small and faded, an old, broken umbrella charm. "I kept this," he said softly. "In case I ever saw you again." She couldn't speak. Mia tugged her sleeve. "Don't go yet. Daddy never finishes his stories, but maybe this time, he can." Ethan looked at her, then at Lena. "Maybe, we can write a new one together." And for the first time in years, Lena smiled, not out of politeness, but hope.